Presentation of the WB11. Yankees baseball, live on the WB11.
From Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, WB11 Sports proudly presents New York Yankees baseball. Today, the Yankees beat the Kansas City Royals. The starting pitchers for today's game are Hipolito, Pichardo for the Royals, and Andy Pettitte for the Yankees. Well, let's go back to May the 17th. It was Valentino Beanie Baby Day, and it was David Wells' day, too, as he pitches the first perfect game in Yankee Stadium history. That's in regular season play. And what a day it was for the big crowd here at Yankee Stadium on Beanie Baby Day, and the Beanie Baby's name was Valentino. Well, the Yankees go against the Kansas City Royals this afternoon, and it has been a pretty good stretch for them. They have beaten them 7 in a row, so Kansas City has yet to win a ball game, and including the stretch, let's talk about Beanie Baby Day. This is Stretch, the second Beanie Baby Day here at Yankee Stadium. We know what Valentino did for David Wells. Maybe we'll see what Stretch does for Andy Pettitte as he goes for his 14th win today. Let's talk about the offense a little bit. It has been pounding this Kansas City Royal pitching staff. As we take a look at some of the numbers, Yankees with 36 runs versus the Royals 5. Look at the earned run average as far as pitching is concerned. That's the big difference there. Almost 13 for the Royals, and barely 1.67 for the New York Yankees. The walks, Royal pitching staff has given up 18 walks to this Yankee offense, where the Yankees have only given up 1 walk to Kansas City. Well, let's say hello to Tommy John. Tommy, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Bob.
Great. Another Beanie Baby Day for people here at Yankee Stadium.
Love it.
And what about Jorge Posada yesterday? He's part of that Fab Four that Joe Torre could put in this lineup. 6 RBIs. That's a month's worth for me.
Jorge Posada, hey, there is trouble in the rest of the league because Jorge Posada is only going to get better. He is very good offensively from the left side of the plate, and when he gets a little more experience from the right side, watch out. And he's still learning how to catch a rifle arm. But yesterday, the ball just leaped off his bat. When you make a mistake to him, Bob, he can hit it out of Yankee Stadium in a heartbeat.
He's got one of those explosive bats that Joe Torre can put in this lineup. What a great year Posada is having. 283, 13 home runs, 46 RBIs. Yesterday, as we mentioned, 3 for 5, a couple of doubles, but 6 RBIs. That is career high for him in one ball game. So Jorge Posada swinging the bat well, along with a lot of these other Yankee ball players of this offense. Let's talk about pitching now. Andy Pettitte goes for number 14 today. Will he or won't he? Well, he will go to the post today. He's had a little soreness in his back. How's he doing? He's
doing fine. It was just a little muscular soreness in the left trapezius area. Gene Monahan, the Yankee trainer, rubbed it out, and he threw. He's ready to go. When Andy Pettitte's on, he gets this pitch here. When it's down, it's a strikeout, and that's the cutter. And when he gets it up, it's usually a ground ball. And right here, it's a 1-6-3 double play. Andy Pettitte's got to pitch away, Bobby, to make the cutter effective inside.
And he's done a good job this year of doing exactly that. In his last outing against Anaheim, 7 innings pitched. He gave up no runs on 7 base hits. His season numbers look like this: 13-6, 3.54. Leads the team with 4 complete games here in 1998. Pettitte will go for number 14 today. It's another Beanie Baby Day. It's Stretch. Will Stretch do the same thing as Valentino did? Well, we'll have to wait and see. We're going to have it all right here on the WB11. Please stay with us.
When
What you want is a minivan at a great price. What you need is Ford's factory-authorized clearance going on now at your Tri-State Quality Ford store. Because now you can get Lowe's zero-down financing on Ford Windstar with its 5-star crash test rating. What you want is Windstar's comfort and convenience. What you need is Lowe's zero-down financing for up to 48 months or $1,500 cash back. What you want is a great selection to choose from. And what you need is to hurry. Ford's factory-authorized clearance ends soon. Visit your Tri-State Quality Ford store now.
How do you create a room that says wow? See a Benjamin Moore dealer. That's how. Benjamin Moore is the brand professionals trust. It goes on easy in all the colors of your imagination. So if you can dream it, you can live it. And you can say wow for years to come. Benjamin Moore. Best paint, best results.
New York Yankees baseball is sponsored by the Toyota Camry, the #1 selling car in America. Toyota every day. Now that's based on the R&L Polk 1997 total passenger car registration. And by Corona Extra, change your whole attitude. Buy Ford, expect more, get more. Let your Tri-State Quality Ford dealers show you why there's more to afford. And by The Wiz, for total entertainment, nobody beats The Wiz. That's a Cablevision company. What a beautiful day it is for baseball. That is Beanie Baby #2 for Yankee Stadium, and the name is Stretch. And it also comes with a card that tells a little bit about Sunday, August tonight. Yankees versus the Kansas City Royals. So if you're one of those lucky ones that can come up with those Beanie Babies, good luck. We'll take a look at the starting lineup for Kansas City. Brought to you by Corona. Corona Extra. Change your whole attitude. Damon, Allensworth, Offerman, Palmer, King, Leas, Morris, Fasano, and Rivera make up the starting 9 for Muser.
Here's the Yankees starting lineup on defense. Curtis, Williams, O'Neill in the outfield. Girardi, Martinez, Knobloch, Jeter, and Scott Brocious. Scott Brocious, 21 errors this year, but still doing an outstanding defensive job at third base. Andy Pettitte making his 24th start, 13-6. 157 2/3 innings, 69 base on balls. Pretty good.
And the first hitter that Pettitte will face will be Johnny Damon. And the first pitch in there for a called strike. Damon having a pretty good year. 273, 13 home runs, 37 RBIs. He's had a heck of a series against the Yankees. He is 6 for 12, including a home run. And that's the breaking ball, and now Pettitte way out in front, 0-2. Andy Pettitte against Kansas City. His record 5-1, 2.42 earned run average. That's his career numbers against this ball club. Tony Muser, tough year for him. His pitching staff is just falling apart on him. He comes in with a record of 52-64. That's down low. Now it's 1-2. But the Yankee offense has really taken control of this pitching staff that Kansas City has thrown out there. That's a little bit shaky right now for Tony Muser in Kansas City. On the other hand, Joe Torre enjoying this 83-29 stretch that the Yankees are on. Damon couldn't hold up. Well, the first out comes via the strikeout for Andy Pettitte.
This will kind of give you an idea of what kind of breaking ball Andy has today. Good, hard, sharp curveball. And you'll see Damon goes after it and then tries to hold up. That's excellent because that tells you the speed of the arm and the speed of the pitch, and he couldn't hold up reading fastball, then got curved.
Well, that's a good sign, too, for Stottlemyre and the Yankees because it was the curveball that 2 or 3, 4 days ago that Pettitte felt when he threw the curveball. He felt it in his back, and that made the start maybe iffy on him.
I tell you what happens on that. A pitcher, when you throw your curveball, you really want to extend, and sometimes you overextend going forward, and you'll pull that trap muscle. It's actually right off the shoulder blade, right down next to the spinal column, and it's just a little pull, tightness. And Gene Monahan did a great job, rubbed it out, got him ready to go.
And it's a 1-1 count to Jermaine Allensworth, who plays center field for Kansas City this afternoon. There's Brocious at third. He bobbles it. Allensworth has good speed. But Brocious recovers nicely. 2 gone.
Brocious playing in on the grass, anticipating a bunt, and got a ball that came up on him. But that's why a third baseman, if you play the ball in the center of your body like Brocious did there, you can bobble the ball. It gets down to you so quickly, and he jumped right on it and got a speedy Allensworth running down to first base.
Brocious was trying to break in a new glove at third for a few games. He's finally through with that experiment, but 2 down here in the top of the first inning. This is Jose Offerman. Offerman batting .309, 6 home runs and 50 RBIs. His 27-game hitting streak was stopped yesterday in the Yankee win. 27 games, that's a lot for anybody. Kansas City, longest streak comes from George Brett at 30. So Offerman falls short 3 games of at least matching that longest streak by Kansas City Royal. He has good speed. He's a switch hitter. He's reached base safely in 63 of the last 124 at bats. Pretty good on base percentage there. I'm not sure when he was playing with the Dodgers, Tommy, that he ever felt, or the Dodgers ever felt, that he would end up batting third in any lineup. Maybe, you know, first or second, but not third.
The Dodgers had him hitting down in the order, and I think the big thing was he was so bad at shortstop it affected his hitting.
Ball 4 to Offerman, so Offerman becomes the first base runner. That'll bring up Dean Palmer.
I believe as a shortstop he was well into the 40 error range, 45 errors, and that's a lot of errors.
So many errors that finally the Dodgers gave up on him in the early stages of his career after talking about him being a franchise player. Palmer represents power on this Kansas City ball club with 25 home runs and 77 runs batted in. Breaking ball in there for a call strike to Palmer. On the other hand, the Yankee pitching staff has pretty much shut down the 2 main power hitters. That's Jeff King and Dean Palmer, who hit back-to-back. Palmer 1 for 12 only in this series so far, and King 1 for 11. No damage. Of course, Pettitte is the best in picking runners off at first base. Talk about the sleight of hand that Tino put on Fasano the other day. That slide at home plate, the sleight of hand by Andy Pettitte picking those runners off. They can't get off too far. That's off of the foot of Palmer, so that'll be a foul ball. Pettitte has picked off 5 so far. Well, the old Shinburger, that's what they used to call it in the dugout.
That was a cutter inside, and well, I tell you, Palmer hit that thing about his thumbnail, and then it went off his foot. Ow, that hurt. But the reason, I was talking to Jeff Rebele with Baltimore, and Andy picked him off at first base, and Jeff wasn't going anyplace, and he said, Tommy, the reason he's so good is he has this long stride home, and he has a long stride throwing to first base. You can't pick the 2 up. It looks like he's going home.
goes to first base with a couple of strikes. If Offerman would take a chance, this would probably be the time that he would do it. 1 ball, 2 strike count to Palmer. So Palmer, if it's close, he's going to have to swing at it.
You know, as poorly as Kansas City's playing, why not take chances? Maybe try to steal a run early.
Down low and inside.
Now, if you were going to steal a base, that last scene right there, you saw Offerman with his hands on his knees. If I'm a pitcher and I see the runner has his hands on the knees, I don't even worry about him because he can't run with his hands on his knees right there.
So he's got to have his hands down.
Well, I would think your hands have to be ready to go to make your move. And as long as his hands on his knees, forget it.
He stays, and the pitch is swung on, strike 3. So Pettitte strikes out 2 of 3 here in the top of the first inning. No score for Kansas City. Yankees coming up.
To carry the weight, to withstand any burden, to provide enduring security takes strength. Strength beyond people's means. It's the financial strength in every life insurance policy New York Life has ever written. Strength is the steel this company was built around. It's what makes New York Life the company you keep.
Now get free unlimited airtime to any one number from Bell Atlantic Mobile. The best value in wireless. Now at Nobody Beats the Wiz, a Cablevision company.
Yankee fans, join the excitement when the New York Yankees battle the Texas Rangers on Thursday, August 13th and Friday the 14th, both at 7:30. Then on Saturday the 15th at 1 and Sunday the 16th at 1:30. On the 13th, fans 21 and older will receive an insulated cooler bag, compliments of Hormel and Land O'Lakes. On the 15th, all fans will receive a 1958 World Series replica pin, compliments of Chase Manhattan Bank. On the 16th, fans 14 and under will receive a Zoob toy, compliments of Primordial. Get your tickets now.
Welcome to Yankee Stadium, and a beautiful day for baseball here. Kansas City and the New York Yankees. Kansas City did not score top half the first inning. Here comes the Yankees, and the starting lineup brought to you by Corona. Corona Extra, change your whole attitude. For Joe Torre, looks pretty much the same. Knobloch, Jeter, O'Neill, the first 3. Williams, Martinez, and Darryl Strawberry, the designated hitter this afternoon, followed by Curtis, Brocious, and Girardi.
Here's Kansas City's starting defense. Morris, Allensworth, Damon in the outfield. Leas, Rivera, Offerman, King, and back of the plate, Sal Fasano. Sal Fasano filling in today for the injured Mike Sweeney. And Sal got hit Friday night, so he's in here. Tough, Bobby, playing back of home plate. And it's tough out there on the mound at 6 and 8. Young man was on the DL from May 6th to May 23rd. With a cracked callus on his right thumb. 95 innings pitched, 6 and 8.
And the first pitch to Chuck Knobloch, leading off here in the bottom of the first, in there for a called strike. Knobloch's numbers a little bit out of proportion for Chuck Knobloch for what we know. The 251 average is down. 15 home runs is a career high for him. 54 RBI. That's the Chuck Knobloch that we have been aware of, going to the opposite field with a line drive and setting the tone for his offense.
We had him at 251 and all those home runs. Usually it's about 351, but that's where Chuck Knobloch hits the ball. And he's been hitting the ball to left field because they've been trying to throw him in. Now the Royal pitchers are saying, okay, we can't pitch him in anymore, let's go away. Now when you go away, then Chuck will go to right and right center field. That's where he hits best.
Yeah, 11 home runs since the All-Star break for Knobloch, more than any Yankee. As Derek Jeter steps in. 319, 14 home runs, 56 RBIs for Jeter. That's back up the middle, knocked down nicely by Pichardo. His only play is to go to second. Speedy Jeter will beat the throw back to first, so one gone. Yankees come out swinging.
Boy, 2 pitches, 2 swings of the bat. Pichardo knocked the ball down and then got it over to the shortstop, Rivera, who had no chance of getting Jeter. Good slide by Chuck Knobloch. You see him go with his feet up like that, not with the spikes out, but with the legs bent to try to knock the shortstop and just knock him off balance so that he can't get a lot on the throw.
All right, Jeter with speed on at first base with 23 steals on the year. That'll bring up Paul O'Neill. Pichardo will have to pay attention to Jeter at first. Another part of this offense for Joe Torre. Check that out. Knobloch, Jeter, Curtis. First Yankee threesome with at least 20 stolen bases in the same season since 1976. And just to add something to that, Knobloch and Jeter with 23 steals are the first middle infielders in Yankee history to have it each 20 stolen bases on the year. So quite a 1-2 punch for this 3rd, 4th, and 5th place hitters in this lineup. And Tommy having speed at first base, that takes the concentration away from the batter as far as the pitcher is concerned.
Absolutely.
So that adds to it.
When you get a runner that can steal, and as a pitcher, and you pay so much attention to him throwing over to first base, throwing over to first base, throwing over to first base, all of a sudden you make a bad pitch going home.
1 ball, 1 strike count to O'Neill. 1 out here in the bottom of the 1st.
You know, we showed, you see where Jeter's hands are? They're down, they're in the ready position. He's ready to steal or go back either way. As you recall, Offerman had his hands on his knees. I don't even worry about Offerman.
Good pitch by Pichardo, the outside corner. Now it's 1-2 on O'Neill. Another good year for Paul O'Neill. 17 home runs, 82 RBIs. Tino leads the club with RBIs. That's in the 90 category. In fact, it is 90. Back up the middle. Off the glove of Offerman, but a perfect glance. And a carom off the glove to the shortstop Lopez, or Rivera that is. And they complete the double play. How about that? No score here at the stadium.
New fruit culotta from Dunkin' Donuts. Come see what all the excitement's about.
According to Smart Money magazine, the BMW 528i has the lowest ownership cost rate in the entire category, which is good to know, considering it also has the highest ownership fun rate in the entire category. Lease a 528i for $458 a month for 36 months at your Tri-State BMW Center. $3,458 due at signing.
Frosted Cheerios, so good this box never closes.
32, please.
You're going to want a lot more than that. Sorry, break time. Hope no one's in a rush. Oh, whatever. Don't worry about it. We're fine. Don't worry. No rush.
Every O is frosted the whole way around for a taste you can't get enough of. Frosted Cheerios taste so good this box never closes.
Of course this is an emergency. I'm out of cereal.
Well, back to the stadium, top of the 2nd inning, and that pretty much tells it all here on WPIX. That's from Stamford, Connecticut. Very innovative, these Yankee fans are. The Yankees continue their battle against the American League Central when the when they square off against the Minnesota Twins for a 3-game set, starting on Monday, August the 10th, and then Tuesday, August 11th, both at 7:30. Then on Wednesday, August the 12th at 1 o'clock. On Wednesday the 12th, all fans will receive a Yankee pad and pin. That's a set, compliments of Bell Atlantic Mobile. Tickets are available now through Ticketmaster and also the Yankee ticket windows. Top of the second. That'll bring up Jeff King, the first baseman. No score here at the stadium. And a backdoor curveball to start him off with a strike. King with good numbers again for Kansas City in the home run and RBI department. A legitimate 100-run batted in guy and home run threat. A slow roller. Barehanded nicely by Brocious. His only play at third, and it turns up perfect for him.
Well, the easier of the ground balls of the plays that Scott Brocious has had, he missed, and that is a tough play. You got to try that sometime, going down, and the key to it is watching the ball go into your hand, and you've got to field it on your throwing leg, by your right leg, so that you take the one step with your left and then you throw.
Watch his footwork here. See how he just shuffled his feet a little bit there to get himself,
to make sure that that right foot
on
is
the right
there.
foot. Yeah. Hit hard by Scott Leyes, but it's no go as Knobloch is there to throw him out. So the first pitch to Scotty Leyes.
Couple ex-teammates right there. How many times has Scott Leyes seen Chuck Knobloch do this? Ball is hit hard, and he just takes a couple steps, backhands it. Then you see Chuck got his feet underneath him and got his feet set and stepped towards first base, much like a pitcher.
Of course, Knobloch playing for the Minnesota Twins. Scott Leyes also playing third base for the Twins, also from Merrineck here in the tri-state area. We kind of feel that Scotty Leyes is one of the guys in this area. This will bring up Hal Morris.
I asked Scott Leyes yesterday. We were in the clubhouse and we were talking about, it's family day and all this. And I said, how would you like to be out here, maybe backup player with the Yankees? And he just started going down.
Who wouldn't want to be this year? Or any years you can put on those pinstripes, but to be a part of this area here, be a local guy somewhat, to be able to play almost at home, that's got to be terrific. Like Joe Torre. Of course, Joe managed the New York Mets for a few years, and then come back here to Yankee Stadium, and he's gone through this huge rivalry that the Mets have had along with the Yankees and the Dodgers and the Yankees and the Giants years ago, and a lot of baseball history right here in just one little small area, but the whole world knows about it. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Morris. And of course the famed Yankee Stadium, one of the greatest sporting facilities in all the world. It's a packed house today on Beanie Baby Day, the 2nd of the year. Beautiful sight here, along with Monument Park out in left center field. Hit hard into right field, but Paul O'Neill is there. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Pettitte and the Yankees. No score here at the stadium.
Hey, I'm late. Where are my keys? Where are my keys?
You got a minute?
We've got to go.
Well, Toyota's National Clearance Event is here, and it's worth time out of your busy schedule to see the great selection and clearance values on Camry, America's #1 selling car. Now you can get $750 customer cash, or take your choice of special financing or affordable year-end leases. So take a minute and get to Toyota's National Clearance Event.
Where can I get Bell Atlantic mobile wireless service? I know I saw a store around here somewhere. Wait a minute. I can go to any Nobody Beats the Wiz location. That's where I can get the best wireless values in New York and New Jersey. Like free unlimited airtime to one number I choose when I call from my home rate area. Anytime I call. That means the number that I call the most saves me the most. And I know there's a store right over here.
Bell Atlantic mobile service is now at Nobody Beats the Wiz, a Cablevision company.
Ma'am, you ordered a pizza?
Yes, I did.
Let's go, boys.
There's a better way to deliver oven-fresh pizza. The new Domino's Heat Wave, the only delivery bag that's like a portable oven for the best tasting Domino's ever. Domino's, delivering to millions miles a day. Get any 2 medium pizzas with all your favorite toppings for just $13.99. That's right, 2 medium pizzas. Choose any crust, any toppings. Call Domino's now.
We always love the Volunteers, but this Sunday at 5, check that this Saturday at 5 p.m. Check out the Jets versus the Ravens. It's Joe Namath and Kenny Albert. They will call the action for you right here on the WV11. Of course, the Jets successful in their first outing this year against the Eagles. And we like and love South Brunswick Volunteers, too. How about that? We've got some more pictures up there.
You know, the thing is, all of my
what does that
cards are in black and white.
All right, thank you very much. There's Stretch right up above the sign, too. Stretch Beanie Baby. And a lot of young fans here watching this conclusion of the 4-game series between the Yankees and Kansas City. And you know what? The Beanie Babies have really taken off, especially in baseball. They were hot before baseball got involved with them. Now we have the promotional days with Beanie Babies, and everybody loves to come out throughout baseball and enjoy picking up a Beanie Baby and watching a baseball game. What's wrong with that?
We went to the All-Star game, and they passed out Beanie Babies, and when my wife Sally and I walked through the gate, somebody offered us $50 a piece for it.
And of course you wouldn't sell.
Absolutely not.
1 ball, 1 strike count to Bernie. You wanted 150, right?
2 dozen golf balls, but they could have had it.
A bright, sunshiny day here at the stadium. And Bernie wears those glasses in the field and also at the plate. Bernie's glasses are a little bit different than everybody else's. His has that amber tint to it. You can see somewhat of a high sky here. That'll be fouled out of play. Beautiful day for baseball, and right after the game you can rush right out to the golf course and play 9 wonderful holes too, I imagine. High and not deep enough though. Bernie got underneath it just a little bit. So Allensworth will put it away. 1 gone. Bernie plays center field here at Yankee Stadium, TJ, so he knows what a high sky is like.
Well, he was out there for 2 innings, and he knows that anything can happen. You can lose the ball up there, and hustling all the way. That's the trademark of this ball club. You know, one of the things Muser said about this ball club, I don't care how good they are, they have one word: character. He said they have character. And that's hard to get this day and age.
And one of the guys that leads in that category right there is this guy at the plate, Tino Martinez. Tony Muser looks on. Tino now with 18 home runs and 90 RBIs. 90 RBIs leads the Yankees. Well, the Yankee ball club 83-29. That's a record pace for them. They're on their quest to win or try to win 117. That would be most wins in a single season in all time. And we'll take another look at Tony Muser's quote. They're quite a bit to handle. They can turn. They can turn a game around real quickly, and he knows so much about that, because if you make a mistake against this ball club, they make you pay for it right then and there.
Well, yesterday's game was a good example. For 5 innings, it was a very good ball game. And then all of a sudden, a couple base hits and a key walk to Tim Raines, and then boom, you can't get the gates shut once the flood starts.
Pichardo hasn't walked anybody in this game so far. And that's a strikeout, his first of the game.
Now watch Fasano go. That ball's right inside, right on the inside corner at the knees. And they got Tino yesterday on about the same pitch from the left-hander, Glendon Rush. Right there, that locks him up.
And Darryl Strawberry steps in with 21 home runs, and it's a strike to Strawberry with a .263 average, 51 RBIs. Straw now with 9 home runs in his last 32 at bats. And Strawberry on a pace as far as ratio is concerned, and Oscar Gamble would even congratulate Strawberry on this, hitting a home run every 10.6 at bats. Well, he put on quite a show for everybody here at Yankee Stadium during batting practice.
Oh. Nine for 32, 9 HRs. It's all right. I tell you, as a pitcher, if you've got somebody with that kind of ratio, as Oscar would say, you know you got to make some quality pitches.
On the ground, right side. King will make the play to Pichardo. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Pichardo and Kansas City. We've played 2, still no score.
What you want is a minivan at a great price. What you need is Ford's factory authorized clearance going on now at your Tri-State Quality Ford store. Because now you can get Lowe's 0-9 financing on Ford Windstar with its 5-star crash test rating. What you want is Windstar's comfort and convenience. What you need is Lowe's 0-9 financing for up to 48 months or $1,500 cash back. What you want is a great selection to choose from. And what you need is to hurry. Ford's factory authorized clearance ends soon. Visit your Tri-State Quality Ford store now.
What's Ansky?
What?
What the hell is Ansky?
Oh, this.
I didn't do good at all.
Slide back.
Hey, what is that? There you go.
Nice, right?
Yanks.
Yanks.
Yeah! Oh. Let's go, guys! All right! Dumb son of a...
People get ready, get into the spirit. Come on, join in, everybody. Everybody join in. Working together, mind and soul. Dreaming, believing. This is where you wanna be. Oh, join in, everybody. Everybody, so join in. Everybody, join.
All right, top of the third here at Yankee Stadium, no score. Let's check the upcoming telecast brought to you by Ford. Expect more, get more. Let your Tri-State Quality Ford dealers show you why there's more to afford. And after this series today, Minnesota comes to town for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday's game. Broadcast on Madison Square Garden Network. Jim Kahn and Ken Singleton there. And then the mighty Texas Rangers comes to Yankee Stadium. We're going to have it all right here on the WB11 for you, starting on Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. So we've got Gonzalez, we've got Rodriguez, we've got Todd Stottlemyre, who will be pitching on Friday. Stottlemyre traded from St. Louis to Texas right before that deadline, so that should be a very interesting night. Mel Stottlemyre, of course, the pitching coach for the Yankees, and Todd towing the mound against his dad and the New York Yankees. Sal Fasano leads it off here in the third.
Wonder if Todd's going to take his pop out to dinner.
Just imagine. And his mom, too. Off the end of the bat. Curtis will make an easy play of it in left field. One gone.
Number 3, Luis.
So one gone. That'll bring up Rivera.
Number 3.
Well, Kansas City having all kinds of problems now at shortstop now that Jay Bell has opted for free agency and taken off to the Diamondbacks. Lopez plays there. Rivera plays there. And that's going to put a little bit more pressure on Offerman, too, at second base, who needs somebody that he can count on. He's got a new shortstop almost every day.
I think you can get by with having switching catchers, but it's tough to do it with shortstops.
You know, everybody has their own little intricacies. The Boomer has his, but you know, everybody covers the bag a little differently. David Wells back on May the 17th. You know, he pitched that perfect game here at Yankee Stadium. That was the first ever Beanie Baby Day here. And we take a look at the upcoming starters. Arabu on Monday, and Wells gets the call again on Tuesday. Then David Cone goes for number 17 on Wednesday. Johnny Damon now bats for the second time. He struck out leading off in the first.
David Cone's got that ERA down to 3.50, and what was it, about 17 or something like that after 2 or 3 starts?
Well, if you take a couple of the earlier bad outings out of that earned run average,
it's
that department, he's down around the low 2s, or maybe even
right.
the 1s. Leads the American League in wins. That's inside for a ball. And speaking of wins, the Yankees starters, boy, do they have the hot hands. More wins than the total wins of 24 out of the 29 teams, excluding Atlanta and the other club there, San Diego, Houston. We'll talk more about Houston. Knobloch had to go back into his glove and get a better grip on it, but he's able to throw out Damon, who can motor down the line. No score here at the stadium.
Wait, I'm late. Where are my keys? Where are my keys?
You got a minute?
We've got to go.
Well, Toyota's national clearance event is here, and it's worth time out of your busy schedule to see the great selection and clearance values on Camry, America's #1 selling car. Now you can get $750 customer cash, or take your choice of special financing or affordable year-end leases. So take a minute and get to Toyota's national clearance event.
Having fun yet? Then get to the Summer of Fun and Nobody Beats the Whiz. Buy the fun stuff you want and get more fun stuff, like special offers, tickets to games, Madison Square Garden, Radio City Music Hall with select purchases. See newspaper for details. Nobody Beats the Whiz, a Cablevision company.
Well, after the game, basketball great Kevin McHale drops by cheers, but when this hoop star goes one-on-one with Cliff, he'll end up with much more than he really bargained for. And it's all coming up on cheers right after the game, only on the WB11. Yankee fans galore, and when you are sitting in a hot sun, it's always good to have a little beverage there to keep you hydrated. Also, if you want to enjoy an ice cream cone, as that young lady was doing.
Better eat it fast.
Better eat it fast. It's going to melt. And she's doing a good job of it, too. All right. I think enjoy it. Chad Curtis leads it off for the Yankees. Here at the bottom of the third, no score. 1 hit in the ball game. That coming from Knobloch in the bottom of the first inning.
One thing Pichardo's doing that the other Kansas City pitchers they have not done is he's just challenging these batters, just pouring strike, first strike, and I think that's the way you have to pitch against this Yankee ball club. You may get clubbed around, but you're certainly going to get hit harder if it's 2-0, 2-1, or 2-2.
Pichardo is 28 years old. And he has pitched mostly out of the bullpen for Kansas City. Another thing he's doing, that got in on the hands a little bit of Curtis, so it should be an easy play for Morris in left field. Glass is down. One gone. Well, a big crowd on hand today. This is a capacity crowd for the Yankees. 1998 attendance figures for you. And the largest all-time total attendance figure, 2.6 million plus in 1988. But have to average 39,000 plus to break the all-time record. Would 39,000 get the Yankees to 3 million? That seems to be the big number being talked about here at Yankee Stadium. I think Mr. Steinbrenner mentioned that he would talk to people about maybe keeping the Yankees here at Yankee Stadium, and if they reach the 3 million attendance figure, but I'm not so sure they're going to make it.
Well, you would think with this kind of ball club that 3 million wouldn't be that hard to attain. But I know that if they had a new ballpark, that 3 million would be a drop in the bucket.
Well, the Yankees 36,000 plus this year at home. They've actually drawn more people on the road than they have at home.
Average wise, they only had like 46 home games, and I was looking. I think California has 63 home games so far. Yankees have 45 or 6.
This is the 50th game at home.
50th game at home.
62 on the road, so that explains that. Yankees actually don't play on the road that much anymore from this point until the season is over with. And that should not be too good for the rest of the ball clubs, because here at Yankee Stadium, the Yankees are 41-8. They've only lost 8 games so far in 49 games. Brocious for the 2-2 count. Well, hit into left field. Morris going back. He will look up, and it is gone. Another home run for one of the Fab Four. And Scott Brocious will put the Yankees in front with his 12th home run of the year.
Well, we said Pichardo hung a high fork ball, and that's what Brocious is, a good high ball hitter.
And Girardi will bounce one just foul at third. So Brocious now with 67 RBIs in that 7th, 8th, and 9th slot.
Well, that was just belt high right down the middle of the plate. And a fork ball is only going about 72 miles an hour, 75 miles an hour.
Brocious hit a 3-run home run yesterday. Never has a club had to be so concerned about the last 4 batters in a lineup. That was hit hard, and Pichardo makes a nice play to throw out Girardi.
And like I said, Pichardo just boring down, throwing strikes, and that was a sinker down and in. If you're going to throw a lot of ground balls as a pitcher, you better be ready to field the ball.
And especially if you're throwing it down and away, or up and away. This will bring up Chuck Knobloch for the 2nd time. Knobloch got the first base hit for the Yankees as he went to right field. Two balls and no strikes, but a couple of men out here in the bottom of the 3rd. Tony Muser looking on, and he's got to be wondering, what do we have to do to beat the Yankees? Now it's 2-1.
Well, one thing, you better pitch. That's the one you better start off.
Out of play. One thing that Pichardo has been doing that the other three starters haven't done is he's getting ahead with a strike. First pitch. First pitch strike means so much in a ball game when you're facing a hitter. Bruce Kieson, the pitching coach, looking on too. And I know you've had a lot of conversation with Kieson and Muser and Tom Bergmeyer, who's in the bullpen. That's up high for ball 3.
Kieson was one of the toughest pitchers I've ever played with or played against. He would knock you down, and that's what he tries to teach. Not knock down that you're going to hurt somebody, but you want to pitch inside right there.
Establishing the pitch inside. Good pitch by Pichardo, striking on non-block, but Scott Brocious, number 12 for him. Yankees lead it 1-0.